Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Reverse 1999 reaction. And before I get into anything else, I'm going to be trying Reverse 1999 later this week. So, by the time this goes public, give it a day or two, and I'll be streaming my first attempts at experiencing the game. I don't even know what genre it is even. I don't know how the gameplay works. I've never looked up anything about it, but I did leave a post on my community tab going, hey, what are things I should know? So I'm sure I'll learn something through there. But either way, this is For Everything, apparently a boss theme from version 2.7 that Christoph wanted me to get to, and a lot of people agreed. So here I am. I'm going to listen to it without further ado. Let's go! Now, this is 8 minutes long, so I'm not sure how much of the breakdown stuff, music theory-wise, I'll be able to do. Just because I don't know if I have enough time to dissect all that. But we'll see. Love that synth. The way it kind of phases open. Ooh, no change. I did not think it was gonna have different notes. I thought it was gonna be the one. I love their habit of atmosphere building with the preludes. I also know not to take these as a layout of what the later music will be, because they love to just throw something new at you. But this reflecting something cosmic. Definitely tracks. Gotta have the ticking. Gotta include that though. Building up a lot of texture on the drums. And there's more. Okay. It's kind of got like a funk backing to it. Sitting there with the funk pocket on the drums. It just kind of sounds like the start of a really sick hip-hop beat. This is something I could totally hear being sampled for somebody's rap. Playing around with that. I love these sorts of synths. He's heavily enveloped. of an accordion is a really interesting one too. Just because of like, why, you know? Not that I'm against it though. Fits in really well. I know we're not done. There it is. Ooh, ooh, whoa. Whoa, chill. Why did the clock hand start going backwards? Oh no, is this the reverse? Is this the reverse of 87? I just saw the year on the sleeve. No, but that was sick. Do it again. Ooh. Ooh, or get more intense. Okay. Whoa. God. That's some slappy drums. Very little tone. All intent. That was very intense. That switch up. Oh no, we're not done yet. Oh. This song's catching me off guard like crazy. So it definitely has some jazz in it too. I would say most of it is like jazz funk. But then there's this in there, which feels more gothic. I love what the snare is doing. Like all the double hits on that, the ghost notes in there. I mean, not now, but before. And again, how slappy those toms are. It's honestly rare that like slappy drums sound better than including the tone. But here it works really well. Damn. That did not feel like 8 minutes either. I know I've been here a while, but I feel like I was listening to maybe 3 minutes of a song. It kept me very engaged, and that's really fucking hard to do. All right, so I did take a little bit of time to figure out some of the music theory and discovered that it's certifiably insane. There's really no consistency to what this song is doing at all. I'm pretty sure the bulk of it is in C minor, but that is a loose bulk I'm talking about here because it seems to slip between that and probably a bunch of other keys, C sharp minor included, which these should never really be with each other unless there's a full key change, and there really isn't. I think a lot of that just leans into them trying to make it sound more tensious. Like there's plenty of tension in the song, and that tends to be how people approach these sorts of like stressful tracks, these ones that have a lot going on that are supposed to sound a little bit off. But like even in the main chords of this song, which are C minor and D flat minor, those are not in the same key, and that is where all of our song exists in. There's no reason those two should be together at all. The closest we would get in the actual key of C minor would be a D diminished, and that's not played here. And it's just, again, this relationship of what the hell are you doing here? And then we also get the standard D flat, and then we also get E, and there's an F and a G in here too. It's like, what is happening? There's an A minor and an A flat minor. Like, what is happening in this song? It's using so many things, but that's exactly what this song should be doing for this sort of vibe. Something that is kind of making your brain go, what the fuck? You know, you're getting more and more complex the more tones you add to a song and the more chords you introduce to that track. And especially when you're breaking conventional music rules and music theory, that is exactly what our brains do. We go, whoa, that's not normal. I'm not used to hearing that. It's not something you hear on pop radio. What the fuck's going on? And you just kind of get lost a little bit. Like, that's why it took me a little bit to figure this out, but I didn't want to spend too much time on it, so I'm not going to be able to talk too much about it, because if I were to get into all the meat and potatoes of this song, it would take me an hour. But basically, that makes sense for a song that's a boss theme, and I'm not sure what the actual boss is, but if it's anything related to the cosmos, that would totally track to me. You have a song that is representing a character that is supposed to be larger than life, theoretically, and yeah, you would want something that doesn't conform to the normal idea of what music should be and what it should have. And just for an example of why this song doesn't really work with those two chords, those main ones, these two, you take those two notes, like, everything that's in them, those triads that I'm playing these as, the 3 notes each, and you just move one finger up from everything on the C minor, and that's how you get that D flat minor. It's not something that should work. And this is, as you could probably just hear there, already kind of reaching kind of an Egyptian style Phrygian scale, which are designed around chromatic tension, things that just are not usually in everyday music, but work great for this sort of like freestyle stuff we get in this song, the synth going crazy, especially as the song gets more intense later, and they utilize the ever-loving shit out of it, and it sounds fantastic. But it's just the fact that you can't take this song and put it into any one idea of music theory, and that's why it sounds so fucking cool. I mean, the tension, like I said, I've been talking about that this whole time, was absolutely palpable in here, and everything from the very start in that prelude all the way to the outro, you were hearing that DNA being shared, having some of that in there, like you never quite felt comfortable. Like at the start, maybe there was a little bit of like questioning on that song, but it was also slower and it had a little bit more time for you to breathe. And as we go through, we lose all of that. So the song gets more and more complex, the more and more complex the fight gets. And that follows the energy that you're supposed to be having with whatever battle is going on here. Again, I'm not sure what the character is that you're fighting or why, but I'm assuming based on Cosmic Overture that this is something that is supposed to be happening in space, or at least related to space. I know the game is obviously related to time, so it's just like, okay, what's going on there? How much of this is relevant is kind of above me, obviously, but that's exactly why I want to try playing the game later. And all the reasons I had mentioned before are why this song fucking slaps. I mean, just not following conventional music theory is bold to do, but entirely called for when the song needs it, when the character needs it. There are definitely people out there who will try to break these sorts of rules and conventions when they don't know how to control it, and those people end up not getting their bills paid. This composer got their fucking bills paid, I would say. This is an insane piece. Beautiful all the way through, no matter what phase you're listening to. Still confused why it was an accordion. The drums were absolutely brilliant in here, using all of that texture, plenty of the drum kit, and having that slappiness as a part of it too, and not just having like the tone on the drums. I mentioned that kind of in the reaction, but to flesh that out more, the tone in a drum is very important, but can also get in the way of a song if you're not too careful about the exact tone that the drums are. A lot of the time it doesn't matter too much because the rest of the song is bopping in its own way, and you don't really pay attention to what the toms are doing, whether the the dugga fill solos, whatever, they don't really resonate or fit in the key of the normal song and the rest of what's going on. And that's fine because it's drums. We expect them to be hit, and that's about it. You know, not much else going on there. But the removal of that tone leads to just having the texture, just the attack, just that raw slap that hits you in the face, and you can still tell there's a little bit of tone in there. It's not like they completely removed any idea of a note, but what it does do is leave you with the very raw basis of what drums are, and that is there to be hit, you know? So when you put that into a song, when you get rid of the tone of the kit, you're taking away the musicality of it and making it into a textured piece in the song. Instead of making it a part of the musical identity, it is now a part of the sound design identity. And that's why drums in general are just so insane, and I love them because they can be used in a myriad of ways, an absolute fucking treasure trove of musicality, depending on what you need it for or why. You can completely remove the musical context, or you can keep it in there, just depending on what that song needs. And for this one, I think they did a really good thing, made a really good call by getting rid of the tone of the drums and just leaving you with the cymbals, that really high crispiness, and the only beef we get out of the kit is pretty much the kick drum and then whatever slaps are left over from getting rid of everything else. But I think that's about all I'm going to say on this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you have another song you want me to get to from Reverse 1999, by all means, drop in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. And of course, like I've mentioned a few times, I will be trying this game in probably a couple days as of this going live, so if you want to watch that, that'll be out. There'll also be a VOD, so don't worry if you miss it or anything, it'll always be around. I also have it on Twitch too, if you'd rather watch it that way. Kind of up to you. I pay attention to chat in both, but whatever it may be, if you want to follow me and support me and all that, you know how to do that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!